Steve Doocy met up with superstar and superhero Chris Pratt in Los Angeles to talk movies, family, and his faith. Take a look.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Woodland Hills Country Club here in Los Angeles. This place is so swanky, so exclusive. Look who my caddy is.
Stay off the green, sir.
All right, fine.
Oh, hello.
Come on up here. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Chris Pratt. You know him. He's been in all the biggest movies. He's been in Jurassic World, those movies. He was the Guardian of the Galaxy.
Right,
He was
right.
in all sorts of stuff. Loved you in Parks and Rec.
Oh, thank you.
How disappointing was it, though, when they said, hey, we want you to be a superhero,
Yes.
and they didn't give you a cape?
You know,
It's got to leave a mark.
it hurt. It hurt. I thought, what kind of superhero doesn't have a cape? And I found out I was a guy whose main superpower was friendship. And I said, okay, well, maybe that's just, maybe I'm just not actually a superhero. I'm just a guy in a Marvel movie.
I hate to rub it in, but I happen to know, because I've seen People magazine, on Halloween, your son went as a superhero.
Yeah.
And it wasn't his dad.
No, it wasn't. It was his favorite superhero, Captain America, who happens to also be my favorite superhero as well. So I had to have some understanding there. Captain America is just awesome.
It is awesome.
He is awesome.
We're out in a beautiful spot. I've never been here before. It's lovely.
Isn't it nice?
A lot of people play golf in the morning. What is your morning routine?
Well, pretty normal stuff. Just breakfast for the kids, school drop-off, coffee, a lot of coffee. That's kind of it.
That it?
Yeah, prayer time. Do a little prayer time. Drink my coffee. Try to have a little moment to myself. Check in with my wife, and then the circus usually comes rolling down the stairs, and it's
It does.
it's all that all day.
My wife gave me a little bit of intel as well. She told me that it sounds like Maria Shriver, who is your mother-in-law,
Right?
introduced you to your future wife.
That's actually
Is
not
that true?
No, that's not true. But that is
Let's
something.
settle it now.
Let's settle it now. I met my wife in church. I was at a church in Hollywood, and I looked over and I saw her. And I know you're not supposed to be like checking out girls at church, but I'm only human. And I thought, wow, she's really cute. And so, I was there with my son, Jack, and I picked him up from the kids program. And Jack and I met Catherine basically at the same time. And yeah, the rest is history.
That is really nice.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. With your kids, because they're small,
Yeah.
do they
How
understand?
far can I throw them?
That was not going to be my
Okay,
question.
go ahead.
Do they watch the movies? Do they know that their dad is one of the most famous people on earth?
No. No. They have no idea.
But you should at least tell your kids you're in the Lego movie.
No, I will at some point when the time is right. There, I got a 1-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 5-year-old. Now Jack, who's 13, has seen everything, but my 3 youngest have yet to really get into that, which is interesting because we were at a coffee shop the other day, and we were in Malibu, and these young ladies from the Pepperdine volleyball team were like, "Hey, do you think we could get a picture?" And I was like, "Hey," I was with my girls. I was like, I don't really do that when I'm with them because they don't know what I do and they don't know what this is. But what's your name? And it was so nice, and we had an interaction. They were looking at me like, why do those people want to take a picture with you? I was like, I don't know. I think they're crazy.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Speaking of Jack,
Yeah.
I know that when he was small,
Yeah.
he faced some serious challenges.
That's true.
And that is when you suddenly, a young guy, happy-go-lucky, you became very introspective and very spiritual.
Yeah, that is true. I think, yeah, he's doing so great now. He did have a moment when he was born premature where it felt very touch and go. And so there's, when you're in those kinds of moments in your life, there's a lot of prayer and contemplation and yeah, that was one of the times in my life where I really it was the tectonic plates in my spiritual life really shifted beneath me, and I emerged from that much closer to God than I was before.
What's interesting now is you are partnering again with Hallow.
Right.
#1 prayer app
Yes.
out there. It's great. I've been a big fan of that for a long time.
Yeah.
Tell me about what you're doing this Christmas season.
Yeah, so this holiday season, we're doing a prayer challenge, so an Advent prayer challenge. Obviously, the holidays are fantastic. Everyone loves all the holidays and Christmas, but it's pretty stressful. And so the idea is through the course of December, you find just a prayer challenge to pray every day. Find a space in your life. It's less than 10 minutes a day on the app to really just center yourself. We're focusing on Psalm 46, which is be still and know that I am God. So bringing stillness to the chaotic holiday season. And we're lifting a few lessons from this really incredible book. It's John Mark Comer's book, The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry, which the title really kind of explains all of it. It's about finding moments of peace and grace and connection with God amidst the chaos of, not only the holiday season, but just kind of the way the world feels right now, very chaotic and stressful. And so that's what it is.
Well, it's ultimately the reason for the season. I mean, it's one of those things where,
Sure is.
people say, hey, it's December, it's time to start buying stuff.
Right.
There's something behind it.
There is. Yeah, there's something behind it.
Now, is it true that when after you had met your wife, Catherine, and you popped the question, she had a precondition: I will marry you, but the Christmas season at my house starts when?
November 1st.
That is so wrong.
No, what do you mean?
You're going to miss Thanksgiving.
No. Who's going to miss Thanksgiving? Of course we have Thanksgiving, but it's Christmas music starts November 1st. And then the day after Thanksgiving, lights go up.
Just like that.
Yeah. We've kept a good routine on it. It's pretty good. It's like a condition of us being married, which, I want to stay married, so I go along with it.
No,
you get it.
I get it. I've been married close to 40 years.
It's so beautiful.
You know what the secret is? Let's practice.
Yeah. Yes, honey?
Yes, dear.
Yes, dear. Yes, dear.
That's it exactly right.
It's true.
Your life has been amazing because here you are in the heart of Hollywood. You're one of the biggest stars in the whole wide world. And it wasn't that many years ago, you were living out of a van, homeless, in Hawaii, working at Bubba Gump's.
That's right. Wow. Yeah, it's.
Hate to bring it back.
No, don't. It's
but
great.
It just talks about the sweep of life.
No, it's a fantastic thing. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. It's such a blessing, to think that I can come home from work incredibly tired, and I just have to imagine where I was 20 years ago and realize that I'm tired from work that I had dreamed of being able to do.
Right.
And yeah, there was a time in my life where, it felt like a very humble beginning, and to be here now, it's really incredible.
You are one of the highest paid guys in Hollywood. Your movies have made the most money of all the movies in the universe. How much money you got in your pocket right now?
I don't have any money.
All right.
In my pocket?
Yep.
I don't have any.
Well, then, you know what?
Can I borrow $1?
I got a 20. I'm buying breakfast.
Let's go, baby.
Where should we go?
You know what? The kitchen here is pretty good.
What about Bubba Gump's?
Oh, gosh. I had enough shrimp back in 2000 to stuff myself for life.
Say so long.
Bye. Thank you. Yeah, man. You're going to really buy me?
Chris Pratt is an amazing person. He is not scared to talk about his faith. And in Hollywood, it's almost, if you're conservative or if you're a strong Christian, you really don't talk about it because it might affect the roles that you get. You might be put into a box. But he's so bold with his faith and met Catherine, Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter, at church.
Mm-hmm. And what's incredible about him, normally when people are public about their faith, they lose, business, or they, especially when it comes to Hollywood. But he's only grown in popularity, which is a great thing.
You know what's interesting? He was the funny guy, right?
Yeah.
And he's on television, kind of heavy, and he just transformed his whole body, became a leading man superhero. I wonder if Arnold Schwarzenegger, his father-in-law, had anything to do with that.
Maybe so.
Like, shave your chest and get in shape if you want to marry my daughter, right?
And he's very involved in the Hallow app. The Hallow app is nice. They're doing the Advent 25 days leading up to Christmas, starting on December 1st, where you can listen to a devotion every day on the Hallow.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.